Good afternoon. Hello, happy Monday, everybody. Well, here we are. We're back again. I'm Donna Mitchell with Aging Advantage today with another ARPA talk. And as you know, through the local grants and donations, we offer programs to help with the effects of COVID and other post pandemic situations like the housing and food insecurity or just isolation. And through this partnership, we provide educational topics that can help promote self care and resilience. And today we were going to have Yvonne Rydman from Missouri Able, or Mo Able, so that she can educate us on some new topics. So stand by, listen up, and when she's completed, we'll come back and see if we have any questions, any comments, anything of that nature, and we can discuss at that time. So, Yvonne, welcome, welcome. Thank you again for showing up and helping us to educate the community. And it is your floor. When you're finished, we'll come back and we'll have discussion.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. As Donna said, I work with the state of Missouri. I actually work in the treasurer's office, and we run a few programs here, and one of them is called the MoAble program. So I'm going to explain that and how a program such as MoAble might be beneficial to somebody who is has a disability due to aging or maybe a disability that they were born with. So basically, in a nutshell, what Moable does is people with disabilities could not save for the future out of fear of losing their needed government benefits. The disability community fought for this, and they've come up with a solution in the ABLE programs. So an account through MoAble is a way for Missourians to save for qualified expenses, invest in their future, and still keep the benefits that they need that come from the state, such as Medicaid or SSI. This all started in 2014 when federal law passed the ABLE Act. And what this stands for is Achieving a Better Life Experience. We started our plan in 2015. And then in 2017, we joined through a partnership with Ohio. And there are 13 states in our partnership, and they all collaborate and run their own particular state's ABLE program. So how does this all work? Well, generally, any account that you have that has funds that a Medicaid applicant or beneficiary can access will be considered a resource in determining whether or not you're eligible for Medicaid or SSI. The law now requires that any funds in an ABLE account, including any earnings on the account, be disregarded in determining eligibility for Medicaid and other federal needs-based programs. So why do you need an ABLE account? Well, right now as it stands, if you have more than $2,000 in assets, such as in a checking account or a savings account, any type of account that you have more than $2,000 in, you will not be eligible to receive SSI benefits. Medicaid benefits as well. Sometimes they're a little higher, but still they're going to look at this asset limit and they're going to tell you have too much money to receive your benefits. So with an ABLE account, you can save $19,000 a year from all sources, and it is not considered an asset if you have a disability. If you are employed, you can save extra money up to $34,060 a year. Now, there is a lifetime limit of $570,000. That is the amount you can save throughout your lifetime in an ABLE account. If your balance goes over $100,000, they can then count it as a resource, but not until then. And a really good thing to remember is that your benefits are going to be suspended and not terminated, meaning that you will not have to reapply for SSI. All you have to do is get your balance below $100,000 and your benefits will continue. So this is really, really important to understand because it is so hard to get your benefits and to apply for them. So you're not going to lose anything. Now, the system will automatically let you know if your account gets that high, and it will reject excess contributions unless you tell it not to. So what are the qualifications? If you're an individual that has a disability that occurred prior to age 26 right now, but the big news is this is going to change in just a few days, actually, January 1st of 2026, this age limit is going to change to 46. So what this means is that if your disability occurred prior to the age of 46, you are eligible to open an account. Now, this could be a disability that is age-related, such as hearing loss, mobility. It could be a sight disability. It could be something you were born with. It doesn't matter what type of disability it is. You could be in your 70s, but if your disability occurred before the age of 46, you were able to apply for an ABLE account. There's a couple other qualifications. You either need to be eligible to receive SSI or SSDI, or if that doesn't work, you can be listed on the SSA's list of compassionate allowances, or thirdly, you could do what's called self-certification. Now, what self-certification is, it means that there is a form online that your physician can fill out stating that you have marked and severe functional limitations. They've lasted or expect to last for 1 year. You do not need to send this in. You just need to keep it on hand. So as you can see, there's a lot of ways to qualify to get your ABLE account through a disability. In order to enroll, all you need to do is go online. You don't need to hire anyone. It's a pretty simple process. It should take around 20 minutes. You only need $25 to open your account. So this is pretty much available to anybody. It is a great way to save money and I'll go over a little bit more about investing money, but it's a great way to do these things tax-free and still keep your SSI or Medicaid. Now, you can enroll yourself, or if you're someone who uses the help of someone else, you can have a legal guardian, you can have a rep payee on the account with you. There's all different types of ways to have someone on that account with you. And what that's going to do is allow them to access your account information. The account is still going to be in your name, but you can put someone else on the account as well. All right, so starting on the 1st, 2026, we have another change that's coming up, and this is really exciting. The Stable, the whole branch of Stable basically has decided to do an account enrollment incentive, which means that when you open your account with your initial $25 deposit, they will match that with another $25 grant. So you're going to start with 25 and you'll have 50. This is great news because it's just a really great incentive. You don't have to have a lot of money to open an ABLE account. It's definitely something that's there for everyday people, anybody who wants to save or invest their money. In order to get money into your account, you can do it a few ways. You can transfer funds from your regular checking or savings account. You can write a check, or you can do what's called payroll deduction if you are working. There's a contribution form online and your employer will have to sign it, and it's pretty easy to do. And basically, you can actually have money taken from your payroll, from your check, put into your ABLE account before you even receive it in your paycheck. So it's a forced savings. You can change the amount that you want to put in there, but it's just a really nice, easy option so that you don't have to transfer money in. So I talked about those investment options, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit more. So when you open an ABLE account, there's going to be 4 different investment accounts. One of them is called BankSafe, and that's just 100% savings. But the other 4 are investment options. You get to choose between 4 Vanguard mutual funds. Vanguard is a very large investment company. They're all principal protected, FDIC insured. And you are going to have either the income option, which is 20% stocks, 80% bonds, or you go all the way down to the growth option, where we're talking 20% bonds and 80% stocks. Now, this option gives you the biggest growth and the biggest risk. So you're going to decide how you want your money invested. As you can see, there's a conservative growth, moderate growth. So when you open your account, you get to choose which one of these you want. And you can also change your mind. I believe twice a year, you can go in and change your growth option. So this is going to allow you to earn money on your money. It's not just going to be sitting there. Another great advantage of a Moable account is the tax deduction. We have one of the largest tax deductions in the country right now. You can take an $8,000 tax deduction on your state taxes if filing single, or a $16,000 tax deduction if filing joint. And what this means is that if you put $8,000 in your ABLE account, you can deduct $8,000 from your state taxes. It's a simple deduction. It does not require itemizing or anything like that. So this is definitely something you'd want to take advantage of. You can also allow someone else to make a contribution to your account, and I'm going to talk about that next, but they can take that tax deduction as well. All right, so the gifting page, and this is what I was talking about as far as allowing someone else to make some sort of investment for you. Anybody can make a contribution to your account. It could be friends, family, and you can set up a page online that's a gifting page and basically invite people to pitch in. So if there's something you're saving for, or if it's just, somebody says, hey, I don't know what to give you or what to get you, you can always set up this gifting page and it will track everything for you. And it's kind of a fun thing to do. A lot of people like doing it. It's almost like a GoFundMe page. So that's just another really nice feature of an ABLE account. Okay, so I'm going to go over the cost. We have some really good news on this area too. If you look over here where it says maintenance fees, this slide is a couple months old and this has been changed. So it was $27 a year to maintain your ABLE account, and it was taken out quarterly at $9.75 a quarter. But they have made a change starting in January that there will be no more maintenance fees. So these accounts will be cost-free for the person who has it. You will not be paying a maintenance fee, but you're still going to have all the great options that you had before. You're going to be able to go in there and look at your balance. You can transfer funds electronically. There's all different things you can track. You can track your investments, all these things online, but there's not going to be a fee associated with the account. So this is a real big change, and it's happened through a lot of advocacy and a lot of policy making so that we can keep these accounts for people who need them. So I did go over $25 to open your account. You can contribute up to $1 and you can withdraw up to $1. So it makes it very easy to put money in or take money out. Now, there are a few investment-based fees, and this is on your investments only. So it's only on the money that you've earned, and it's less than 1%, 0.19 to 0.33%. This is very common when you're dealing with investments. There's always going to be a small fee taken out on the investment. Okay, how do you spend your money? You will be spending your money on qualified disability expenses. And what does this mean? Well, it's just about anything you can think of. So if you can think of legal fees, if you can think of rent, basic living expenses, paying for your groceries, transportation, putting gas in your car, buying a car, you can do online education. A lot of times people actually start their own small businesses or home-owned businesses, and you can use your money on this. There's just pretty much anything you can think of that you can spend your money on through your Moable account. So this is not just investing and not being able to use it. This is money for life. This is money that you can use on a daily basis. So how do you get it out? All right, so we've talked about what you can use it on. How do you get your money? There's quite a few options. So you can either transfer it into your personal checking or savings account. online, you could do it electronically. You could do a check withdrawal. This is kind of a neat thing that they do for you. You can ask them to write a check for you. So let's just say you pay your electric bill with a check, and every month you have to pay your electric bill. You can ask them to actually draw a check and send it to your electric company, or they can send it to you. So that's a really, really great option. And then the other one is the stable Visa card. So this is something that is an option. You can have a Visa card attached to your account, and you can transfer money onto your Visa card and you can spend it from there. Now, I want to go over that Visa card a little bit just to let you know how it differs from a regular debit card. So this is a prepaid debit card. You will transfer money onto that card, and then when the money is, when your balance is zero or when it gets low, you can transfer more money onto your card. And the reason this works so well for people is because, well, a few reasons. Number one, your money is available when you need it. So if you're going to get coffee or you're going out for breakfast, you're going to have a Visa card that you can use. It's going to track your expenses for you. You're going to have online spending records. It's going to alert you when when your balance gets low. It's going to protect you there's no overdraft or no cash access. You're not penalized. And basically, this is a great thing for people who might rely on another person to help take care of them, because the only access to the money in the account is what's on this card. So if you have $5,000 in your account, but you have $200 on your card, the only money that's accessible is that $200. Now, of course, it's insured, and if it gets lost, you can go through the process of getting it back. But either way, no one else is going to be able to have access to your account, just you and just the money that you put on that card. So if the account holder passes away, there is something called Medicaid payback. Excuse me. Um, Medicaid payback is something that occurs if you've had Medicaid and you've used Medicaid and now you have assets to your name. So what's going to happen is this account is going to go to the account holder's estate first. The estate administrator will let stable know and can take over the access. And then it's going to go through the normal probate process as would any other account. But the good thing about an ABLE account is there are some protections on your ABLE account that you don't have in other areas. For example, you can deduct any Medicaid buy-in premiums that you paid before Medicaid can touch it. You can pay for funeral or burial expenses. You can pay for any outstanding qualified disability expenses. And Medicaid payback can only come in from the date the account was opened. So let's say you had Medicaid for 10 years and you opened your account January 1st. They can only go back to January 1st. They cannot take money from your ABLE account before you had your ABLE account. So there are a lot of really, really good protections to keeping your money in an ABLE account. Okay, so our number is, or this is the ABLE service number. It's, you can call them, you can talk to them Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can email them, or you can go online to the website, which is very informational. There's a lot of questions on there that people ask that you can get answers for. And if for some reason you're not getting the answers that you want, you can always go on to the treasurer's website. And this is my name right here, Yvonne Rydman. This is my email and my phone number. And I am able to help you with questions that you weren't able to get answers with. I'm not able to get information about anyone's accounts. They won't give me that information, but I might be able to point you in the right direction or try to find an answer. So, we're here for you. We want people to know how available these accounts are, especially now that the age limit is going up. A lot of people were not able to open their ABLE accounts because of the age of onset of their disability. But now with it being 46, this is going to open it up to so many more people. And we just want everyone to understand them and not be afraid of them, because these accounts, before these were here, there really was no other option. So this is just a great resource to know about. And that's it for me. So I will open it up to you for questions.
Hello. Thank you so
Hello.
much. Let's see here. If we have any questions. I'm always losing something. Trying to see. There we go. So it says, what if someone does not have a computer? Is there another way to sign up?
Yes, there's actually paper applications. You can request a paper application. You can call and request one, and they would be able to get one to you.
That would be great. Well, this is some really good information. I'm really hoping that our clients and even their caregivers will really take a lot of benefit out of this because I mean if they search it or need to find some information or I think it's just really good. It's just so
Yeah, it
brand
is.
new. Prior to meeting you before, I had never heard of it, and this was something I think that was needs to be put out there. Everybody needs to know about it.
Yes, it's really easy to get information online. So if you just want to go online and look it up, look up the website, moable.com. Like I said, there's a lot of like most answered questions, and you can actually chat with someone online, or you can call and you'll always talk to a human. So
Oh,
they're
that's
really
good to know
helpful.
too. Yeah, very helpful to know that. Let's see here. Just trying to check and see, give people opportunity. Anybody has anything that they might want to say? And you, I know you mentioned it, but how long you say this has been around?
It was established in 2014, and we got it
2014.
here in Missouri in 2015.
Okay. And so, Yvonne, do you find that, I guess within recent months, is there more or less like a particular zip code or area or county that really benefit more so than others? Or is it some, I guess the question I'm really trying to see, what do you suggest or how can we actually get it out so that people will know that this is available?
I think it's important that if you are somebody who is either thinking of applying for benefits or even, I know there's a lot of people out there who have Medicaid, but they have to pay for their Medicaid a certain portion because of their assets. So this would be something that you might want to look into so that your asset limit is not keeping you from getting Medicaid, because the whole point of the program is so that you can still have money to live and keep your benefits. Also, if you're working and you're part-time and you're not getting great medical benefits, you're still going to need your Medicaid. But you don't want to not work because you're going to have money and then you're going to lose your benefits. So, this is to keep people from feeling like they can't make choices. And basically, I would say if you're a caregiver, the more you know about it, the better. If you're not a person who would be able to benefit from it, pass the information on to others, because there are a lot of people who are disabled. You don't, maybe not fully disabled, but disabled to the point where they need Medicaid, but they feel strapped because they're not allowed to own anything. So this is where it's really, really important. And then also with the Medicaid benefits and the Medicaid payback. I know if you have a trust, you can prepay for funeral and burial expenses, but I believe it has to be done ahead of time. With a Medicaid account, all of that can be done afterward. And then Medicaid can come in once all of those bills are met and paid. Then they can look at the money that's available and start talking about doing Medicaid payback. So it's really a great resource for somebody who's thinking, I don't want to have Medicaid come in and take all my money away. So
Hmm.
that's definitely another thing to look into.
And that's one of the biggest things that I notice with a lot of our clients and things that we service. That's a real big thing. A lot of people are saying about that Medicaid. It's pretty much what they do say. um, it just taking, like with the spin down and things, it just takes up so much of their money, and it's like, how am I going to be able to afford to live to pay my rent by the time I pay
Right.
that? So a lot of them just opt out. They just don't even pay it, and just don't receive all their benefits that
Yeah.
they actually get
Yeah,
from
if
their
you're doing
Medicaid.
spend down, you definitely want to look into an Able account because um, any money that you own, they are not allowed to look at as an asset. They're not even allowed to see it until it gets to $100,000. They can see it, they can't do anything about it. So that would get rid of your spend down pretty quick.
Yeah, then that's so I can then just start. Do you think it's better for me then just to, when I run into people like that, just give them the number and just tell them to kind of call, and so somebody can actually explain it to them
Yeah.
right, and what
Hmm.
it is that they need. So just in other
Yeah.
words, tell them that this may be a way of getting some help.
Yeah, like I said, I'm happy to talk to anyone about it. As
Okay.
far as opening accounts, I can't do much there. We don't really run the accounts here in the treasurer's office. It's all done through that Vanguard Investments, but I can try to point you in the right direction. It's just due to privacy, I'm not allowed to really, do anything particular with anyone's account, but they are very, very helpful online, and I've had people tell me they've walked them through the whole process.
Mm, wow, that is also awesome. So awesome. Every time I just think about this, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like the answer to
It
so
almost seems too
many.
good to be true. Yeah. And it's been here. It's just that not as many people know about it as they should. There's a lot of misconceptions about it, a lot of fear, of course, in investing your money. I've had people say, well, why don't you just hold on to your cash instead of letting them know you putting it in a checking account? I just hold on to my cash. And I'm like, well, you can earn money on your cash. You can put it in an investment account. So there's that too. So there's just a lot of different advantages to having these accounts. And the debit card is another one. You can go around and have money available and spend it on just about anything you could think of that qualifies, and almost everything does. So
Wow.
yeah, it's not you're putting your money away and you're never going to see it again. So
Yeah.
it's not for just, people who want long-term investments and 20 years from now. No, you can put your money in your Able account and you can use it the next day.
Wow. And so I think I remember you mentioning something about it goes. Do they do like a look back or something, a
Yeah.
period? Okay.
Yeah,
And
they
how
do.
long is that, you say it again?
Yeah, so with veterans, there's a look back period. So
Veterans. Okay.
if you're trying to get veterans benefits and you're over the asset limit, and let's just say you want to gift some money to somebody so that you're not over the asset limit, they can look back 3 years. But if you put your money in an ABLE account, that look back period does not apply.
Okay, that's
So
what it is.
yes,
Yeah, I thought
yeah,
so. Okay. Yeah. So that's really good too. Um, and I guess as soon as they're ready to establish an account, that you can establish it the same day that you inquire and be
yep,
able to use the funds the same day, all of that.
yep.
No type of wait period or anything. Wow.
Just keep in mind the limit. It's only $19,000 a year. So that's all you can put in an Able account every year. So plan ahead. You can open it and put $19,000 in a year, or you might have to put your money partially money in a trust and some of it in your Able account. It's just that in the Able account, it's just so much easier to access and get to. You can transfer money from your trust to your Able account though.
Okay.
So, it's just a matter of deciding what works best for you.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that was so good. And it's so much. I know this is my not my first time hearing this, but it's almost like it was all over again, almost fresh information because I guess because it's so new. And I'm one of
Yeah,
those people though that I learn better by listening and reading. So as I try to read and listen at the same time to try to help it to really stick. But by all means, as I refer people, I'm going to tell them directly, send them directly to you then, Yvonne, because I don't want to, of course, mislead somebody or tell them incorrect information
yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
yet still
No,
learning myself.
it's pretty straightforward information. Like I said, it almost seems too good to be true, but yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Just have them give us a call and we'll help.
Okay, okay, that sounds good. We'll most definitely be doing that. And by all means, if anybody want to reach Yvonne, do you have direct information or anything, Yvonne, you
Yeah,
want to
I'm gonna put
share?
my number back up there.
Okay,
So my number is 573-751-4943, or you can email me at yvonne.rydman@treasure.mo.gov.
great. That way, if anybody has any questions further, please reach out to her. Or if you forget something, you can always, if you do lose her information, reach out to myself, Donna, here at Aging Advantage, or somebody within Aging Advantage, so that we can put you in contact with Miss Yvonne. And again, Yvonne, we do thank you so very much for this wealth of great information
You're
and for
welcome.
coming on, sharing with us once again today.
Yeah,
And we look forward to getting some people with some great information and pulling them out uh, of a situation that they thought had no way out.
exactly. Yes. There's hope.
Yes, there is hope. Thank you so much. And again, everybody, come back and join us again tomorrow, Tuesday, for another ARPA Talk. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Yes, 11 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday, for another ARPA Talk. And again, Yvonne, thank you so much. It
You're
was
welcome.
great.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a good evening. Bye bye.